but I'll be on it always, always and ever.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me and yes.
Hey.
Anyways, but we're gonna be doing Am I the A-hole? So let's get into it.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for refusing to babysit my grandkids because I don't want to? I'm in my late 50s, and in general, last month, with the holidays, and then my job being rough, the beginnings of the month, I'm tired. Today, I'm able to take a half day, and this weekend, I am planning on doing nothing. This seems to be a problem. I got a call today asking if I could babysit the grandkids tomorrow night. They have to visit their uncle and doesn't want to take the kids to the nursing home. I told my son no. I told my daughter-in-law, right? I told my daughter-in-law no. She asked why, and I told her I needed to recharge. Daughter-in-law asked if I truly was doing nothing, and I told her yes. This started an argument where she thinks I am being selfish, and I can easily do this since I am doing nothing. I told her my answer was again no. My son is also mad at me now and is wondering if I should suck it up and babysit. Honestly, I don't think she's the a-hole for it.
I don't think she is either. It's understandable. Like, it's reasonable.
I understand, like, usually, it's, like, well, it made it sound like usually she does babysit for them, but, like, I don't think she's the a-hole for saying no this one time because she said, like, she needed it and she was, like, having, like, a rough, like, start or whatever
Yeah.
her job and stuff,
Yeah.
so, like, I don't think she is.
I don't think she is either.
Like, they can, if it's really that important, I feel like they could just pay for a babysitter this one time.
Yeah. Like, I think they need to respect her more.
Yeah. It sounds like they're just using her to babysit.
I agree.
Oh, this one. Okay, we gotta read this one. It's Go. I just read it. I just read the title. We gotta read this one.
Alright, go
It's
ahead.
a little long now. Okay. Am I the a-hole for yelling at my mom after I found out she named me after one of my stillborn cousins? Last month, I, 17 male, learned that my mom named me after one of my stillborn cousins. My aunt, my mom's sister, had 4 stillborn children, and her only son is the one I was named for. My aunt never got to bring a child home. I feel like I always knew she lost kids, but I never knew her son and I shared a name. It's not a common name either. I've never met another person with my name, and while I always loved having a unique name, learning the origin of it makes me so uncomfortable. As long as I can remember, my aunt has hated my mom and never wanted to be near her. I never got it. My aunt was always nice to me, but I could feel how awkward she was around me. I could never figure out why. It was weird because my whole family gave me a nickname and always called me that. The nickname was unrelated to my name and everybody used it for me. That wasn't so weird, but I guess I did used to wonder because I remember when they hosted a party last year to celebrate me getting an award for my art. They used my nickname, which is more of a pet name on the cake, the banner and stuff. It didn't have my first name on it at all. I was talking to my cousin before Christmas. She's my uncle's kid, and I asked her why everyone calls me by the nickname, never by my name. She told me it was hard for them to use the name and not think of my cousin. I asked her what she had meant, and she told me it was a whole drama. My mom almost lost her whole family over it. Nobody thought it was kind, and our aunt was so pissed at mom. Apparently, mom even told dad that was my name, and he got no real say. Made me so uncomfortable because every time they hear my name, they think of him, and he never got a chance to live and grow. I know naming people after a dead family member is a thing, and that's fine, but an infant who was stillborn, it feels so gross to have the name. I confronted my parents, and my mom told me it was no big deal, and I shouldn't feel ashamed that my aunt is the one who should be ashamed. I asked my mom how she could be so insensitive to her sister. She didn't get over that in a week. It all kind of bubbled over, and she told me I had no right to be mad. I started yelling that she cursed me with a name that everybody thinks of a tragedy. I told her the name is more associated with him than me, and that makes sense because they lost him way too soon, and it will always make them think of his sisters who didn't live either. My mom said I had no right to yell at her, and I'm just as bad as the rest of the family when they all treated her like bad word for how she chose to name me. Am I the a-hole?
Yeah, no, wait. I don't think he's the a-hole. I think his mom is.
It's the mom, yeah.
The mom sounds like a narcissist, and
overreacting.
I think
I feel bad
if
for
the
her
whole
kid.
family is agreeing that they shouldn't have used the name, and you're the only one that's not agreeing, like, she knows she's the problem, but she just doesn't want to admit it.
And I feel bad for the kid because now he has this name, and it's, like, really awkward, and he feels like he's so,
the
like,
problem.
ashamed, even though it wasn't his fault. But, like, yeah, I feel it's definitely the mom's fault. That's just terrible. Why would you do that to your own sister? Am I the a-hole for telling my roommate to stop projecting his trauma onto me? 24 male, live with a few of my friends. One of them, R, 23 male, had family members growing up that had bad alcohol problems and therefore doesn't drink. I asked him before we moved in together if he was okay with that because I do like to drink from time to time. He said he was, and it wasn't, and it hasn't been a problem for the past few months. My drinking habits are well controlled. I don't drink often, once a month at most, and usually closer to every 2 to 3 months. I don't wake up, go throughout my day, or have my boredom interrupt with, man, I could use a drink. I don't crave alcohol. I'm not a beer or two after work type of guy because I don't like the taste of alcohol that much. I just enjoy its effects. If I'm going through emotional problems, I especially stay away from alcohol. That's just bad juju to combine the two. When I do drink, it's on the weekends. I have nothing important going on the next day, and I'm in the right mood when I think, man, it'd be kind of fun to bump some tunes, play some video games, and chat with some friends, and have a few drinks. I make a few cocktails, measure my intake, and usually have about 8 to 10 shots worth. Falls under binge drinking, but considering how rarely I do it, I'm not really concerned about it. I've asked if I'm destructive, and I've been told no, I'm not, mostly because those nights I'm in bed a solid 2 hours before the rest of them go to bed. Yesterday, R pulled me to the side and did an intervention on me about my drinking problem. I wondered what he was talking about, and eventually it developed into a fight where I told him to stop projecting your effing trauma onto me, dude, because it was basically him comparing polishing off a handle every night to take half the year to finish off a single bottle. We're not talking now, and he's obviously mad at me, which makes me wonder, am I the a-hole for what I said?
I kind of don't know. Like,
yeah,
I think I need more on the conversation with him and his roommate. Like,
I don't really think either of them's technically in the wrong, to be honest. I think you just need to, like, find boundaries. I don't think he's the a-hole because he did ask beforehand if it was alright, and it's like, his argument seems he's, like, pretty controlled about it and he doesn't drink often.
yeah.
But, I mean, I understand the friend, too. But, like, also, this is just from this guy's point of view. The friend maybe really is, like, drinking really badly, and this guy is just not admitting to it, you know?
That, or it could be, like, he doesn't know, like, maybe he does have a drinking problem, and he just doesn't want to admit it, and he's like, oh yeah, I only drink, like, 2 to 3 times. But, like, when he does drink, he, like, drinks a lot. That's what he admitted.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I need more information.
Yeah. I don't think any of them is technically in the wrong. I think they just need to talk about it and have better, like, boundaries.
Yeah, I agree.
Am I the a-hole for not hanging out with my stepson? My husband and I were married for 1 year now, and he has a son, Jason, 19, in college. His son lives in dorms mostly, sometimes comes to our house, and sometimes goes to his mom's house. We have a pretty fine relationship, not close, but not on bad terms either. Like, we're fine for our situation. Now, my husband asked me to go out for a hangout with his son, and I was kind of weirded out. like, okay, here's the thing. I know marrying my husband and his family is now mine and all, but I still see no reason for us to hang out alone. I asked my husband why he wants that, and he told me so that Jason and I build a close bond like mother and son. First of all, Jason doesn't even hang out with his own bio mother as much as I know. He's not a mama's boy. Let's be realistic. I cannot be a boy who met me when he was 17 and didn't even live with me, plus having a living mother. So I told my husband I really don't like the idea and that me and Jason could get close to family dinners and events instead of setting up something for just the two of us specifically. Like, I'm sure Jason would prefer I hang out with his friends or his bio mother or father before me. But my husband is saying that I am not even trying to involve myself in this family and is now mad.
I don't know, because, like, what was the reason that he wanted them to hang out? Just, like, get closer?
To get, like, a closer bond as mother and son, yeah. So she's the stepmom.
I think they should have all hung out, like, all together, because, like,
yeah,
maybe, like, hang out, like, what?
I don't think she's the a-hole, but I don't think the dad is either. I think the dad, like, she literally said herself, they could just go on family dinners and stuff and not just them two specifically, because that's, like, it is a little awkward. But, like, I think if they just go on family dinners, then it would be fine. So I think the dad's being a little bit of an a-hole for not just agreeing to that instead.
Yeah, I don't think she's the a-hole. That concludes the video. We had difficulties with the audio because she kept cutting out. Anyways,
That's right.
we're going to do a part 2 later. Hopefully in person, because we are miles away from each other in a snowstorm. So, anyways, have a great day. Bye. Ciao.